How's it going, guys? Oliver here from WinBeta, and in this video I'm going to unbox the new budget phablet from Alcatel, the ONETOUCH Fierce XL with Windows 10. It amazes me even to this day just how many manufacturers and wireless carriers can't seem to understand the simple fact that Windows 10 and Windows 10 Mobile are not the same thing. Even Microsoft gets it wrong more often than they should. It certainly doesn't help that none of the T-Mobile employees I've encountered know the difference. In fact, none of them have even used this phone before. I bring up T-Mobile because at least in the US, the only way you can buy the Fierce XL with Windows 10 is through T-Mobile. Also, be advised that the Fierce XL is also the name of a similarly sized and spec'd Android phone released last year, only it's just the Fierce XL without the Windows 10 moniker. So when searching for this phone online, be very careful about this fact. The phone features a boldly colored cyan plastic back, much like what Nokia's former phone division used to do when it had some balls. The Fierce XL with Windows 10 features a thickness of about 9.5mm, which is so 2013. It's not bad by any means, it's about the same thickness as an old school Lumia 928, but I don't see any compelling reason for this phone to be so thick either, especially given how large it is. The phone features a 5.5-inch display with a very middle-class 720p resolution. One thing that makes me particularly happy is that this phone has capacitive buttons, which allows you to actually take advantage of the full breadth of that 5.5-inch display. On the bottom, we have an industrial-era micro USB port toward the right side. One thing that really blows my mind about this phone is how awful the screen's materials are. I've had this phone exposed to the air for a grand total of 20 seconds and it's already accumulated so much dust. Unlike most Windows 10 mobile devices, the screen on this phone does not use Corning Gorilla Glass for protection, instead using Asahi Dragon Tail Glass, which has the same smoothness properties of a roll of moist toilet paper. Penetrating the first layer of the box, we find the rest of the materials, a custom-tailored T-Mobile Bible paired with a warranty booklet telling you what to do if the world gets flooded by melting polar ice caps. We also have a T-Mobile access card that gets you up to 20 minutes on the arc if the floods should ever come. Here, you can see me continuing to erode my civil rights for your viewing benefit. As always, you don't need to bother ever setting the time manually because the World Wide Web will sync you up with the Navy Master Clock automatically. Alcatel has also wisely included a power adapter and an accompanying micro USB cable, which does double duty as both the charger and the data transfer cable for your PC. Now that we've got the pleasantries out of the way, we can compare the Alcatel offering to its Nokia and Microsoft contemporaries. First up is the former heavyweight champion of the world, the 6-inch yellow unicorn Lumia 1520, the current welterweight champion of the world, the 5.2-inch Lumia 950 with the beautiful Mozo red back cover with gold metal sides, and the 5-inch Lumia 640, which can be had nowadays for $30. America! In terms of physique, literally nothing about the Fierce XL for Windows 10 is exceptional. It's by far the thickest out of all these phones. Its weight is almost exactly in between the welterweights and the heavyweight 1520, and its height and width are nothing to write home about either. But ultimately this is a good thing. It's a budget phone with a large screen that's very easy to manage and hold. It doesn't feel particularly solid or durable like the 1520 or 640, but that only further reinforces the idea that you don't need to baby this phone. One thing I really hate about this phone, even in just the few minutes I've had with it, is the awkward location of the power button, which is above the volume button. It makes it a pain to reach with your thumb, and it makes it really awkward to press with either of your index fingers. I must say, despite the lower resolution display, I can't really find anything bad to say about the display. It's really bright, text and colors are sharp, and I find it really hard to notice any sort of graininess or pixelation or anything. It's great. I literally have no complaints, which is great for such a cheap phone. Performance of the phone is okay. It uses the McDonald's value menu Snapdragon 210, and I find it kind of stutters a bit in dramatic UI changes, but nothing I've seen has actually affected its usability, though time will tell on that. One particularly interesting facet of this phone is that it comes with 2GB of RAM, which up until now has been a rarity for Windows Phone devices. Hopefully this establishes a new precedent. Well, that's about it for this unboxing. Look forward to our more comprehensive reviews in the future. See you guys next time.